You know that feeling. That sudden cold drop in your stomach when you remember a bill you forgot to pay. Or that moment you're standing in the grocery line, mentally adding up every item, praying the total doesn't start with a number your checking account can't handle. For years, we've been told that financial stress is just a part of life, like taxes or back pain. But what if I told you that stress isn't just making you tired, it's actually making you less intelligent? Today, we're going deep into the neuroscience of the 13-point IQ drop. Section 1, the science. There's a study out of Princeton that is honestly terrifying. Research has found that when you are in a state of active financial scarcity, your effective IQ drops by 13 points. To put that in perspective, that's like trying to live your life after pulling a full all-nighter. You're walking around at a significantly diminished capacity, trying to make huge life decisions with a handicapped brain. Think of your brain like a computer. Money's real superpower isn't buying Teslas or houses. Its real function is buying brain space. When you're worried about rent, half of your RAM, your mental processing power, is dedicated to a background anxiety program you can't close. You aren't bad with money. You're just trying to solve complex problems while your hardware is being throttled by panic mode. Section 2, the cognitive death spiral. This leads to what I call the cognitive death spiral. When your brain is maxed out, you can't think strategically. You can't plan for the long term because your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for impulse control, functionally shuts down. This is why you might take the higher-paying job with the soul-crushing commute, even though you know it'll burn you out. Or why you buy the cheap $10 shoes that fall apart in a month instead of the $40 ones that last a year. You know the math, but you literally don't have the bandwidth to act on it. Society looks at people in this spiral and calls them undisciplined or impulsive. But it's hard to build a cathedral when you're spending 100% of your energy just making sure the foundation doesn't collapse today. Section 3, the $1,000 buffer. So, how do you stop the scream in the back of your head? The first step isn't wealth building, it's building the buffer. The first $1,000 you save isn't for your car or your house, it's for your brain. That $1,000 is enough to handle about 80% of the chaos life throws at you. A flat tire, a broken phone, a surprise medical bill. When that money sits in your account, it doesn't just sit there, it frees up your processing power. I remember when I first saved $1,500. Nothing else changed. Same job, same beat-up car. But I started sleeping better. My nervous system finally downshifted because it realized every day wasn't a crisis anymore. Section 4, strategic petty anger. How do you get that first $1,000 when you're already drowning? You have to get unreasonably angry about poverty taxes. I'm talking about those $2.50 ATM fees, the $15 service charges, and the subscriptions you forgot about. These aren't just fees, they are the toll you pay for being broke, and they are designed to keep you that way. Use that anger as rocket fuel. Cancel the streaming services for 3 months. Eat rice and beans for 6 weeks. Walk 10 minutes out of your way to avoid that fee. It's not fun, and it's not a permanent lifestyle. It's strategic deprivation to kill a chronic problem. Section 5, conclusion. On the other side of that first $1,000 isn't wealth, it's agency. It's the ability to have a bad day instead of a bad month. You aren't broken. The system is just loud. Build the buffer, quiet the noise, and get your brain back.